Guys, before we get going, you know what we got to do. We got to give a huge shout out to our Patreon subscribers. So thank you to Tony, Starla, Luke, Jacob, Jeff, Adam, Chuck, Justin, Brian, Dusty, and Alpha 80s Swag. Keeping that swag alive since the 80s or something. Alpha 80 Swag. Anyways, thank you guys so much for your continued support. As we say, it means the world to Luke and I. It really does help support this podcast. So thank you guys so much. Also, the Discord. We say it every day, guys. Discord's always hopping. Come put your doorstep dilemmas in there as well, and I'll read them off here on the show. You can find both the Patreon and the Discord in the episode notes. Last but not least, deliveringgreatness.com. Use the promo code ALLIN10 for 10% off your order through the end of February. All right, after this month's over, no more 10% off, guys. That's the way it's got to be. Deliveringgreatness.com. Come check out the merch we got on there, too. Yo, their shirts are fresh. Let me tell you. I got my sample in the other day, and I am very happy with the way those turned out, dude. Nice, soft cotton, man. It's,
I know. I got to get me.
I felt good wearing it. You know what I mean? So go check that out. Deliveringgreatness.com. Also, last but not least, the episode meetup will be happening at the end of March. The weekend of March 28th. We'll be around the Harrisburg, Pennsylvania area. So if you want to come drive up, fly in, come hang out with the boys, come hang out with All in the Delivery for the weekend, we will be there. Come let us know, and we'll let you know where we are. Guys, this episode 188. Yeah, as everybody expected, the buyout passed through the court system. So they're following through with that. We got more info on that. Also, there was some information leaked, if you will. It's like a 26 fucking page thing of how UPS management's guide for how to harass and fire drivers. Craziness. It's crazy how it's just going back and forth, but we'll get into that as well. 188, guys. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Here we go. We got to this one address. I said, this one goes around back. He went around back, drove off, left them right at the stop.
That was after getting hit by a car.
You got hit by a car?
I ended up drinking 24 Bud Lights in about 48 minutes. Drunken nomad stumbles out in the road and he hit me going 30 miles an hour.
What's up, everybody, and thank you for joining us on another episode of All in the Delivery. This is episode 188. Let's go around the table, shall we, to your co-host down in West Bog, Virginia.
Fuck.
Come here and let me see you, Luke. How are you on this fine evening?
Dude, excuse me. As I was saying before we recorded, it's like we're living in it's like the Bill Murray movie Groundhog's Day. You know, we're just like hamsters on a wheel running because it's like the eve of another winter storm about to just fucking really dump on you pretty hard. I think I'm going to get lucky saying that. It's probably going to dump on me. I still don't think it'll be as hard as it's going to be on you. But it's like, I don't know. I had a few stories with this week. So to just say how the week was for here, because I feel like it's just been however many episodes in a row you've probably heard me say something about fucking sliding or just the fucking ice bowl that we've had to deal with here. And now there was some shit. I'll just say this. I don't really want to get too long into it because we got a lot of shit to talk about. But there are some things that you take for granted and you don't realize. Everybody does. We all do. You know, I always think like I I'd bought a house to, in the process of living in it, fix it up because it's older and try to do, it's a lot of shit. So we have a lot of work to do. And, as you being a homeowner, any homeowner at all, once you start, it can always be a pain in the ass, especially when you're trying to upgrade stuff. Yes, exactly. So, we've done some shit the last, year and a half and have more to do. And it's, so, you don't think about certain things, but I was in a fucking area that I knew I hadn't been in a while because I didn't even try it because I knew it would be if it was so fucked on the main roads, these roads were absolutely off limits. So I have a couple side roads and two of these I'm not that familiar with because when I used to cover this area, this was always kind of like the cutoff to the other route. So I'm not like, this is shit that I know well. I don't want to say back of my hand well. Like I knew it was going to be bad, but I'm talking like, it's weird because there are in these places, like it's in the middle of nowhere. Sometimes you'll see, you'll see a house that maybe it looks like a gust of wind's going to knock it over. And then like, right beside it down the road is just this beautiful fucking however expensive ass home. So there's like nice ass houses out here. These roads were so fucking muddy because they were frozen. Like they were kind of like half gravel, like when they're they're back roads. They're fucking country back roads. They were so fucking muddy that when I went down this hill, I almost didn't go back up it because I was like, I don't know if I can make it back up this motherfucker. This is an actual road, a Google Maps road that has some nice properties on it. And I was just sitting there thinking like nobody can have a car out here. It's impossible. You can't fucking drive. If I had my Buick, that is my A to B car, it would be sitting until God knows how fucking long because these roads are that bad. So I like dealing with the mud and the soft ground that has come with the ice and snow melting here finally. I don't know. It just made me realize like some of these roads were so shitty. I was like, man, all right. I said, there's always some things because I'm like, I can say what I want, but I live on a paved road that I don't have like fucking crater potholes in or mud. So it just, I was like, man, all right. It made me think, but dude, like, and I wouldn't have thought that if they were that bad. Like it looked like a fucking, I don't even know how to describe it. I always said it looked like if you watch a demolition derby when it rains and it's just fucking mud, it just looked like that, but it's a road pretty much. But yeah, I mean, shit was good though. The week wasn't bad. Ended on a solid note, and we started bidding routes, so that's in the process. I'm in the same area again. Took my old one again, so it's not a lot of news other than the muddy ass roads. Locally, anyway, we got plenty.
It's
of
mud.
news.
It's muddy season right now for us drivers.
Well, it won't be for you.
Stepping out. I
mean, it was, but it will be again soon.
But it's supposed to warm up in like middle of the week, so like we're gonna get the snow, and then it's all gonna melt, and then it's gonna be right back to where we are, and
even worse,
which is just mud.
Yeah. Even fucking worse.
I mean, I guess it's better than going freezing and then just not going away like the last one did. There's still snow on the ground from the fucking 22-incher that we got.
Yeah.
And like, fuck. Can't win. But, the week up here was fine. It was fine. It was whatever. I'm going to be moving routes again. Going to go back to the route I was previously on last time. Kind of getting screwed over on the current one that I am and all that, they saying that if I were to bid it, I'd have to become a Tuesday through Saturday driver.
Right.
And my work schedule would be Tuesday through Saturday. And when I'm currently a Monday through Friday driver, and I can't do that. You know what I mean? The Monday through Friday schedule is a thing for me. The Saturday and Sunday, the weekends are for my boys. And when I mean my boys, I mean my kids. So that sucks, unfortunately, but It is what it is, I guess, and I'll have to fucking just take it right up there, like we always do.
I mean, I said a little bit, because you did mention this, I think, last week, and I said something briefly after it, but I want to say it a little bit more. I didn't give, like, it's fucking crazy to me that you just can't, like, I think we may have brought this up, but fuck, we got to bring it up again. It's crazy to me that they just can't be like, okay, you're a Monday through Friday driver, but your route's not running on Monday. Because I feel like that happens
That's
here
what it is right now.
and everywhere.
That's what it is when I bid it.
You, like, yeah, it's just fucking dumb. That's
when I bid it
fucking
back in November. That's the
dumb.
way it was.
Yeah. We don't
That's
have
the way it is right now.
anything on any routes that I think you have a Tuesday through Saturday thing on it. I think it's strictly seniority, and that's how they're doing it. Like, if they don't have enough people volunteer, then
Stupid.
Yeah, it's fucking dumb. Anyway, sorry, I had to just make sure to throw that back in there.
Nope, that's absolutely fine. But not looking forward to going into work because of the snow we're about to get again. Another foot. They're saying a foot plus. We're supposed to get a snow here Sunday night into Monday. So as you're listening, I'm probably struggling hard with ECs. But side note, I know we talked about this a little bit last week. I want to bring it up again. The women's gold medal hockey game against Canada, dude. The USA versus Canada. The USA women's team, they were down 1-0 for almost the entire game until there was till there was 2 minutes left in the game, and then USA ties it with 2 minutes left in the game. USA ties it, brings it to overtime. Unreal move by the USA athlete. Unreal move to move the puck around the defenseman. Literally, like, fucking just a little deke, like, threw the puck in front of the defenseman as she's skating backwards. Well, so she threw it behind her, and then just went around the defenseman, and then all in one motion just put it home for the overtime gold medal win, which was incredible. I mean, that was awesome. Congratulations to the U.S.
Absolutely.
Women's hockey team. And now, speaking of that, this is going to be over by the time people listen.
I know. I was just about to say
the USA men's versus Canada gold medal game is Sunday morning at 8 a.m., bro. 8 a.m. because they're over there in Italy.
Right.
8 a.m. I'm going to wake up tomorrow. I'm going right to the fucking TV. Like, I'm going to be amped.
Wouldn't it be fucking incredible if we got both gold medals from Canada? They would be fuming. Like, that's why it'd be hard. Man, it'd be hard to bet against Canada, though, because I feel like they're due one of them. Like,
love it.
But that would be awesome if we did. But the Winter Olympics is it concluded tomorrow? Does tomorrow conclude it?
I don't know if it's tomorrow's the last. It's nearing the end. I know that.
I'll tell you, man.
But
it's
a
always,
lot of the stuff's finished.
It's always like, I don't get into like the winter sports very often, but man, when the Olympics come on, I mean, hockey being a little different because it's a professional sport here, and you see a lot of it, and there's a lot of fan bases. But like, I like curling and all that stuff, figure skating. When it comes on, and then I sit down and watch it, I may not be into it sports wise, like year round or even 4 years.
Not a regular thing to watch, right?
You can't. I mean, the talent that those people have and what they do is just fucking amazing, and it's kind of crazy just to think about that. There's just people that are like that fucking good that can make those other people like look like shit. And it's like, I won't fucking go too long, but just say, well, for the women's hockey team, like we talked about, them having the gold medal, since theirs is done, I'll just use them as an example. Like any one of these teams that they beat the shit out of to get there, like, I always think, like, in their country, like, dude, it's like when you, I don't know, man. It's just gotta. I was like, it's gotta be weird as fuck to literally be the best in the country you're in, and be one of the best in the world. Because anybody who's competing in the Olympics, you gotta say they're one of the best in the world. They're there,
right? That's top tier talent.
Yeah, they're literally at the. It's like our it's like what we say about the 1% of us breaking into the podcast, but the 1% varies. It's a big gap. It goes from like us to fucking Joe Rogan. You know what I mean? So it's fucking,
right.
But yeah, dude, it's crazy but it's impressive to watch every time it's on, and I'll be looking forward to the next one. I'll be looking forward to tomorrow, dude. I'll be watching it too. Hopefully. God, dude, I hate the fucking.
I know it's gonna be so much fun.
It's gonna be hard not to. Willow normal. I'd let her watch
so
whatever she wants in the morning most of the time. I may have to just walk into my bedroom a few times and leave it on and keep peeking. Or I can say, all right, I'll say this because I'll give this for our generation and a little bit younger than us. They always say, I let my kid watch whatever they want. And I never got to watch TV when I was a kid. My dad made me turn on what he wanted to watch. I don't do that. I let my kid watch whatever I want. And then you'll see it's like a video and they have like a fucking iPad, or the guy's watching a football game on his fucking cell phone. I'm thinking, dude, you think you're so fucking noble? Like, dude, your dad didn't have that shit. Like, that's why you didn't watch the fucking, you know what I mean? I'm like, don't say, because I was literally about to say, like, God, I'd hate to give her iPad that early in the morning, but I may have to just so I can watch that fucking hockey game. But that's why you'll never catch me saying that shit, because I literally in the video, he was watching a football game on his phone. Like, yeah, dude, it's 2020, whatever it was when I saw that. It's not fucking 1982.
Yeah.
The fucking sorry, dude. I don't know where that fucking thought started trailing, and when that came on, I had to mention it. But I'll quit rambling on it.
So to get into this here, okay? I mean, last time we spoke about it here on the podcast, we heard that Teamsters were suing UPS, taking them to court, right? About the driver choice program is what they're calling it. But the judge gives a green light for the $150,000 buyouts to drivers, you know, and it says here, a federal judge on Friday dismissed a Teamsters request to prohibit UPS from implementing a $150,000 buyout program for parcel delivery drivers, saying that union claims of harm were unfounded because arbitration can resolve any problems and that workers will be subject to involuntary layoffs if some don't voluntarily leave the company. So this, like I said, we all saw it coming. We all knew it was going to be coming. You know, we knew it wasn't going to be held back. I don't even know if they tried the first time.
I feel like they did. I swear I saw an article on the first one.
But that one wasn't as hyped up.
No. Well, no, man. Well,
not like this.
Not like this, because the first one
could be the money.
It's the money, but it's also how they present it. You got to think about it. So I'll give them this. They might not know shit about what we do in the work for, what drives this company, but damn it, in advertising, they know their shit, because you think about it like this now, man. They'll use this one and probably the next one, because like the first one, they're talking about years of service. So when you see that as like a headline, when you see that on the news, you're watching it and you're like 1,800 per year, whatever, however many years, yada, yada,
years
yada.
Of service.
And then you see like a minimum of like $10,000. So you're like, yeah, whatever. Like nobody's going to really like, you don't look at that. You can do the math, but like looking at it, it's different. It doesn't pop.
Right.
But then when you see $150,000 buyout on a fucking headline, that pops. So whoever gave the salesmanship of that, while I'm still not fucking buying, I'll give them credit, because that was a lot better presented than the first one. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure they did try to stop it. I'm not 100% though.
Yeah. So I got this here, right? And I want to read this off here. So this is everything you need to know. about the driver's choice program. It says UPS is offering eligible full-time U.S. drivers a $150,000 lump sum payment to voluntarily leave the company. Lump sum. I know people were worried about, or people had questions about that. They're saying, "Oh, they're going to give you like half of it now and half it later, or half of this there, and then the other half going somewhere." Like,
That's not.
I know I've seen this online,
Dude,
but
that's not what a lump sum is. A lump sum literally means a lump sum. You get a lump sum. Who the fuck was saying this? I'll just
I
call
don't
it.
know.
Okay.
I think this was before. Yeah.
Okay.
This was before all this was released. So this is just clarifying some things. So it says, here's the breakdown. It's a one-time payment, taxed as supplemental income. You must apply through the DCP portal. Approval is not guaranteed. Applications are limited and awarded based on business needs and seniority.
So they can still deny.
Are
it.
they going by seniority?
Business
Is UPS
needs.
going by seniority?
It looks like it.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what it says. Applications are limited and awarded based on business needs and seniority. I know that was another question. I mean, we even talked about it. Was this DCP
was it targeted
focused
to, like,
more
middle road
towards
people?
towards the guys that are just started making full-time rate, right? So I know we were talking about that. Does not appear that way. UPS determines your separation date and can change it by up to 30 days. Once you accept and sign the separation agreement, you have 7 days to revoke. After that, it's final. You are not eligible for rehire. If you leave before your assigned separation date for any reason, you forfeit the payment. Eligibility is limited to certain full-time U.S.-based drivers and classifications. Part-timers, seasonal employees, and certain subsidiaries are excluded. Did I say that right? I just fucking rambled through that.
I didn't see where you were at. What word was it?
It's okay. Don't worry about it. The company reserves the right to amend or terminate the program at its discretion. Bottom line, this is a permanent decision in exchange for a taxable...
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. I fucking ran right through that. Definitely did not say it right. This is a permanent decision in exchange for a taxable lump sum. Anyone considered it should understand the long-term impact before applying. So, like I was saying, to clear things up, what we said, last week, and obviously it looks like they're going to be going by seniority based. It is going to be a lump sum of money, not a little bit going here, a little bit going towards your pension, like 401k. People had all these weird conspiracies about this thing. So it looks like it was all cleared up there. And I believe what I heard is you're going to be able to start applying as this episode is actually getting released on Tuesday.
So it's like a 3-week period they're doing it, and then you'll have 7 days to revoke it. So basically, you got like a month.
Probably going to be something like that. Like, is like what to hold it for?
Fuck, dude. So pretty much when we all meet up will be like when it's ending. We can celebrate the buyout ending.
For real.
Oh man.
For real.
Oh gosh.
But
that's
so
incredible.
You know what's so weird about this, right? And I remember I brought this up to you on the phone recently. And we were talking about how like everything's like happening, right? Like UPS decides to go back to the post office with the SurePost, going, cutting Amazon back now again even further now as we're progressing to the date that she has picked out, and then they release the note on the driver choice program buyout on the DCP. And then Teamsters is like, hold up. Actually, we're going to try not to let this pass through. So we're going to take you to court. Right. And then what happens after that? After that, UPS puts out the big old fucking statement I can't remember exactly what that statement said. Do you remember what I'm talking about here when we were talking about this on the phone? It seems like it was like back and forth.
Yeah.
It just seems like it was back and forth between UPS and the Teamsters, and they were just going back and forth.
They said they brought it up in January or something, right?
Oh, yeah, right. UPS's statement about
there was something I can't remember
Teamsters is taking
verbatim,
them to
but it
court.
was
That's
they
right.
had brought
That's
this
right.
up in
And
January.
they said that, Teamsters were fully aware of this all the way back in January. Now all of a sudden it's a big deal. But
whether that's
there was
true or not, I mean, how could you
Right.
not be aware because it happened a year ago?
Yeah.
This is
I know.
I just to say this, so we got a few of the Discord members watching this live. So I'm going to read this real quick because that was very good timing. So if you took the buyout and EPS decided to fire you before your end date, do you still get the buyout, or can they say, "Oh, sorry, you got fired for a late air, now you don't get shit"? Bye, don't let the door hit you in the ass. I would like to think that they couldn't, but being around for almost 2 decades and, being in the corporate world and seeing what we've seen with this, since we've been doing this, I would say I wouldn't put it past them, but this is where they could get you.
Yeah.
I mean, say if they would do that and you would sue them for the money, then you're already going to get shit taken in lawyer fees, taking them to court. But I don't know. I'd like to think they wouldn't, but who the fuck knows? It's a very good question.
Right. So
good question.
It is. So like I was saying, right? You got UPS announcing its buyout. You got Teamsters taking them to court. You got UPS throwing Teamsters under the bus, saying, they've known about this, right? So that was UPS's last move. And then Teamsters now come back with, oh, guess what we have possession of? And they leaked. Teamsters leaked.
Oh, it was the Teamsters who leaked that? That's incredible. The fucking discipline shit.
Yes, dude. That's what I'm saying. It's funny, right? That it went back and forth. Like they kept throwing jabs at each other, And Teamsters sent out an email, and this has been floating around now everywhere on social media. UPS management's guide for how to harass and fire drivers.
Oh, man.
And I'll read the email that Teamsters sent out. UPS Teamsters United has obtained a copy of a UPS management guide on how to use spying, harassment, and over-supervision to discipline and fire drivers. Read management's plan for yourself and how you can protect yourself from unfair discipline. They say the guide is disgusting, but not surprising. It exposes what Teamsters already know. Carol Tomei's UPS doesn't care about employees' safety or customer service. Man, we've been saying that for a long time on this podcast. Yes. That is taking a back seat. Management picks and chooses methods to intimidate us into speeding up. Discipline and termination are the ultimate stick. Now, there's 4 keys. We're going to break it down quick. There's 4 key methods to exploit for discipline. The training tells managers to focus on 4 methods. 1, I'm going to say them all first, and then we can go back and discuss them. 1, drivers must keep 30-inch and 60-inch selection areas charged. 2, drivers must keep 1 foot in the batter's box. 3, drivers must know and remember their next 3 to 5 stops. And 4, drivers cannot use the dyad in the package car. All right, the first one. Drivers must keep 30-inch and 60-inch selection areas charged. Charged, obviously, meaning packages being in that area. 30-inch, 60-inch selection of packages in the area. As soon as you open that bulkhead door, 30-inch. It's going back to, really the way they used to train. They haven't trained like that in a long time.
No.
You know what I mean? It's not the same training.
Bulked
out. Well, not anymore if we keep cutting back businesses. But, it's keeping 36 to 60-inch selection areas. Obviously, that's just sorting your shit and moving it forward, moving it up towards the bulkhead, right? Drivers must keep 1 foot in the batter's box. Listen, when I first started as a driver 12 years ago, and I was at driving school, I didn't hear shit about a batter's box. I never learned anything about this.
Same.
Maybe it's the lack of training in my building too. I don't know.
I mean, I never heard of it either. But I want to bring this up because I had a story with this, because when this got brought up, because obviously this made, Teamster groups and driver groups around, Facebook and social media and shit. And like, I don't really follow any of them because I always say every time when I do, I eventually get kicked out of it anyway, because I fucking can't stand anonymous posts and just anyways. I was talking, I made a comment. So what the fuck is a batter's box? And I have a retired driver that just makes a comment, just reaming me about fucking, and he's like in all caps, he's going, "That's the 1 foot inside of the package car. I never looked for a stop. I drove from 1988, retired in 2015. I'm fucking blah. I guess all you do is just look at your dyad." And I'm like, fucking, I'd say, dude, one, you retired in 2015. You had a fucking dyad. So he had the last version up until literally the one we have now. So
yeah, the 6. Yeah.
I'm like, don't fucking sit there and talk to me like it's not like my retired driver, the dude that retired in 2000 that's 80 years old and he's a Vietnam vet that I always respect and would never fucking challenge him in arguments of UPS. I would just nod my head. But this guy, I'm like, I don't fucking know you. 1 and 2, you retired in 2015. Don't you fuck, man. He even had a cradle, I think. This motherfucker had a cradle too at the end.
Might have.
So like, I don't know. I was like, yeah, I never heard of the batter's box. Probably not going to use the batter's box. I'll put my target right now because I think that's fucking dumb. I think shit happens and shit shifts and fucking stuff happens.
Shelf.
You're bulked out and shit's fucking over. You have 20 pickups and fucking shit gets packed in there. I just think that, like, these fucking rules have, like, you get enforced by people. They don't even get enforced by people. They get sent down by people that probably have never worked a fucking labor day in their life. And they send this down to our management teams like they fucking it's just like, I don't know, dude. And it can go both ways. I'll say this on their end because I was talking about this earlier. Shit has become too fucking soft in a lot of ways. Well, on both fucking sides.
Fuck.
On both sides.
Yeah.
I can't stand that shit. And I'll say, I'm going to go more on the like, if you get fucking yelled at, I think you should be allowed to yell fucking back. I think as long as you're not coming in a threatening way of shoving. There's times, dude, I cannot wait. And I don't think this guy's taking the buyout. And I've kept his name anonymous for a reason. Because I thought he was going to take the buyout. And he still might. I don't know. He just got 30 in, but he doesn't have 30 full time, so I don't know if he's going to do it. I've told this story before and I'll fucking tell it again because now I wouldn't advise anybody to do this. Let me be clear because this probably wouldn't fucking work now, but it worked within my span of me being in this place. My first center manager I had was the end. He wasn't far from retiring. He probably had about 5 years left when I got there, and he was a hard ass, and he harassed people, and he was from that era of intimidation and trying to be a fucking dickhead. And he absolutely was an asshole. I couldn't fucking stand him. I always hated that. I was like, I hate the fact that I was so new and so green when I'd have loved to have had a crack at that motherfucker. Anyways, not my story. But he would do shit and he would follow. This was before telematics and all that shit. So he would go out as a center manager, dude. He wasn't an on-road supervisor. He was a fucking center manager. He'd go out and follow people and just fuck with them hard. And I may not say this verbatim, and when he finally retires and I can get his ass on here to tell his version of this, his side of it, but this is kind of how it went. And I think it was close to word for word because I've asked him, I've been there almost 19 years. I've asked him this like 3 times. This guy was fucking with him bad and was going to fire him. Terminate him to wear shit, and I guess whatever it was bullshit. I don't know if he was really going to try, and he was being extra hard-assy, and dude said, if you try to fire me like this, I swear you're going to eat through a straw for the rest of your life. And that motherfucker, I know he tried to swell for a second, but he knew he was fucking serious, and he knew he could have got him fired for that. But he didn't, because sometimes shit gets carried a certain way, and I know that air is gone now, but part of that I fucking miss. And I'll just say this on the end for drivers that, like, if you fuck up, I mean, I'm not saying they got to berate you, obviously. If you get yelled at now, you can but if you fuck up and somebody's telling you about it, you don't have to say it's harassment. Sometimes you got to own shit too. That's all I'm saying, because sometimes it gets to a point where you can't talk, and then I'm not saying you got to go in without union representation. You can always have a shop steward. I'm not fucking telling you to go in by yourself and but I'm also saying, like, if it's something that is going to be resolved, I guess all situations are different, but man, I don't know. Like, when you first told me about this rules thing, it just got me so fucking fired up, because I was like, this is what it's come to, is this bullshit like this. And I said, there was a simpler fucking time, and damn it, man, I fucking miss it. God, do I fucking miss it. Then
so the next one was drivers must know and remember their next 3 to 5 stops. That was always something I was taught.
Yes, same.
Okay. The batter's box, not so much. The 30-60 inch rule, I feel like I remember that, but I don't remember hearing anything about the batter's box. The fourth one, drivers cannot use diad in the package car. Okay, yeah. Obviously, that's just distracted driving, right?
So, like, they just want, God.
You know what they're going to do? They're going to start putting sensors on the cradles, if there's not already, where it's going to report back to them saying, like, the cradle's not in the diad as the package car's moving.
Like, is it supposed, like, do they just want us to look? So we know the next 5 stops. Are we supposed to just leave how
many people don't follow Orion? Where they're scrolling, you know what I mean?
Fucking exactly. Or your next 5 stops, and then you don't find 3 of them because they're loaded on the wrong shelf.
You're scrolling up and down the screen.
Yeah.
You know, you're looking like, I'm not going to skip this. I'm not going to skip this. Why would I skip this? You're scrolling up and down the screen already.
They're probably not going to know the next 5 any better than you would. So that's a dumb one too. But I was always, that one at least I knew though. I always was taught that
one, right.
Yeah.
It used to be an old school fucking type of way of delivery.
But so, like, I don't know. Are we talking? Do we bring up the diet? So we're not supposed to use the diet in the car. So we know the next 5 stops. So do they want us to leave the diet in the cradle until we get all the boxes, and then just take the diet out of the cradle when we're walking out? Is that what they're trying?
Probably, yes. Yes, I would assume.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Dumb. God, it's just like, I mean, I have a habit of putting that thing in my back pocket and and oh, there it is. Yeah. He leaves died in the cradle. Well, fuck these cradles, man. I'm so sick of this is what's watered down this shit. I swear this is all and I didn't mean that. I'm saying this is all a watered down way of the fucking cradle, you could say. You want to talk about a union busting tactic. The fucking GPS. Now, I know there's a lot of fucking conveniences with it, and we are in 2026, and it was probably happening no matter what. But that's always a thing, because we're going to talk about, we're obviously we have a contract year, not in a couple, we still got a few years yet, but it's coming. And we just, I don't know, man. I'm still thinking about the fucking diet in the cradle and me having like 6 packages. I'm so all over the place with this shit. I don't even.
All right, so
keep going, dude. I could fucking ramble on this shit. This is like pulling me fucking everywhere.
So those 4 methods, right? Why the focus on these 4 methods? Well, because they are measurable, or as the management manual says, no subjectivity, easy to validate. Managers are encouraged to get picture proof of dyad use in the package car and of 30-inch and 60-inch selection areas when they are not charged. And then it goes on to say observations and rides and ride-alongs. The training gives tips on how to spy on employees. Do observations in the afternoon. Why? Because it reduces the load quality excuse.
Yeah.
Observe often and at random times. Don't follow a routine. And avoid being conspicuous.
Avoid being conspicuous. Yes. Okay. Sorry. I thought you said
OJS rides are another tool managers are told to use for speed up. The manual says centers where managers and division managers participated in rides saw largest gains when they were trying to get someone to speed up because the supervisor's out there and dude, I've heard that so many times on ride-alongs where the supervisor's walking like alongside you and he's just like, come on, let's go, and you're falling behind him, and like he's just like, come on, and you're like, dude, everybody has their own fucking pace. Everybody has their own pace. You can't go at your supervisor's pace. You can't, because then what's going to happen when he gets off the car with you and your numbers are more shit because now you're going back at your slower pace. Like, everybody has their own pace, right? So here's the Teamsters notice to how to protect yourselves against this, right? To protect yourself against this. Teamsters can protect each other, and here's how. Show the management guide to other UPSers. Well, here you go, guys. You're welcome.
Yeah.
We all need to understand that hunting season is on, and the company has a plan. Management is not our friend. Second, follow the methods every day. Starting with the 4 target methods, learn the methods and use them to control the pace of work. Build up your muscle memory. Do your job like management is watching, because they may be. Third, use TDU's hunting season resources to protect yourself and other members. Don't forget to document your rides with the OJS checklist. So, guys, I mean, bottom line is information is power. To us drivers, learn the contract, learn everything, because it can save your job. So
that's the shit that you can control and you need to be aware of. And that, before I was going off the rails, the only thing when I was saying like a union busting tactic of the cradle, all I was wanting to say is area knowledge was a big thing. And that's what separated us from just any Joe Blow doing this. But that kind of shit you can't control. This shit you can control, and it's unfortunate that they're really going to turn this on. once this buyout's concluded too, because this is
Yeah.
kind of like, I feel like this is just a stamp of, and this is now because I know we've busted their chops a lot of lack of action with the administration right now and what's going on. We don't feel like when we have, but all that being said, the people that are left over after this buyout, and I'm not saying it's going to wipe out the fucking union, but it is going to shrink our number. There are people that will take this. It is going to shrink. And however, I don't know if the buyout's going to do it as much, but whatever they try to do to squeeze out people that are at the bottom, I don't know. It will shrink. It's not going to be, I don't think it won't be substantial enough that we can't fucking still do something to make ourselves known and just do what we've continued to do for all this fucking time.
Yeah.
So, it's still the people that are left, we're just going to have to stick, rally together and be fucking UPS, aka Hunger Games. I know it's starting to feel that way, but man, the hunting season thing, I've been hearing that a lot, and it's a good term to use.
That's exactly it, dude. So yeah, guys, learn your contract, learn it for your local, learn to master. It's information is power, like it said.
It is.
So I think that'll wrap up those two topics.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like you can only go. We've gone into it so much, and it just keeps on fucking kicking us in the fucking back of the head to keep talking about a little bit more. But
that's right.
Well, at least we know now. We know now.
Yeah, that's it. I would say it's time to end up here with our last fun little thing. This one is called Doorstep Dilemmas. That's sent in from Balco. Balco, God, I did not know you were that smooth, buddy. I didn't know you come up with stuff like this. Dude,
that was good.
My hat's off to you. Thank you for this. And you know what? Obviously, we got to use it.
Yeah.
Obviously, we got to use it, dude. So
for sure.
I said it the last few times. I got to come up with something. But Balco, thank you, buddy. Appreciate that sound effect. One more time. This one is Doorstep Dilemmas. All right, Luke. Would you rather perfect routes with no breaks? No breaks, no time for lunches, or chill routes with surprises.
Man, my head when you said no breaks, I'd be like, man, that seems.
I wasn't thinking about breaks.
I was thinking about
your
breaks. I was like, man, that's fucking dangerous, but that'd be fun for a minute. So,
would you rather perfect routes with no breaks or chill routes with surprises?
I don't know. I feel like perfect route. It's hard to be that. That's a loose term in what we do. So I feel like,
let's say it's perfect. Let's say low quality's perfect. There's no traffic. You hit all green lights. No stop signs.
I mean,
it's perfect.
Oh yeah,
it's a Disney day.
Dude, I mean, yeah, I would much rather have one of them than any surprises. Surprises are normally never good.
I always like surprises. I was going to take the chill routes with surprises. I'm down for anything, bud. Throw it my way.
What if your battery dies or something? Like, that's what I'm thinking of.
Okay, but what if some smoking hot MILF just walks outside in lingerie and grabs the package from you?
Or shout out to Dusty, just put this in the chat here, especially when they're a nudist. And anybody that knows that story, they've seen a nudist, and it wasn't some smoking hot female either.
More than once. Never is.
Wasn't even female.
Fuck.
Oh,
all right.
fuck.
I pick the chill route. You pick
perfect day.
The perfect route.
Sunshine and green
all right,
lights.
ready?
Fuck yeah.
Would you rather customers help with heavy boxes or stay completely inside? I'm going to be the asshole, and I'm going to say stay inside.
because sometimes you just get in the way. Like, I feel like, for instance, let's just say it doesn't say anything about handcart, right? Let's put this into perspective. Let's say we get the handcart. They teach you, if you're loading it out of the tail onto the handcart, they teach you the grates and how the handcart sits perfectly in there so it doesn't slide anywhere, right? Like, I've had a personal experience where a customer literally like put the handcart on the ground after I like leaned it on the bumper, and I was like, no. I was like, no, like what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
So like, I feel like sometimes they could get in the way more often than not. So I would have to go with stay inside.
It would vary. It would vary with, I would say, who the customer is. One, like the other day, I had a fucking bed frame.
Let's say it's one of Nate's customers.
Oh, dude, you're gonna fucking throw. Yeah, poor Nate didn't even here to defend himself, but he would probably
I
be
know.
laughing because Nate had shit, dude. Nate's fucking Nate's customers aren't helping. Yeah, but dude, they're not coming out. Them people were fucking wealthy as fuck, dude. They ain't coming out to help his ass. Not to say that not to say all wealthy people were assholes, but they hire people to do that shit, dude. They wouldn't be coming out.
So would you rather them come out and help you, or would you rather them stay inside?
I can say from experience,
yeah,
the situation, like, I had a bed frame and a guy came out, and now that I'm getting fucking, I mean, I'm 41 now. I'm not saying I'm a geriatric, but I'm fucking I'm not on the young side. I'm on the fucking latter half. I'm not on the young, I'm not on the fucking first nine anymore. And depending on, like, that bed frame dude came out, he was probably in his late 20s, looked strong enough. Like, I was like, fuck yeah. Like, I knew I could handle it by myself.
Yeah.
But for him to help me, I'm like, yeah, man, this is like, I'm at the point now, like I was saying before we recorded, I just, are trying to approach the job different. But I've also had like old people, like old dudes that have no business trying. And then it's like, this is going to be, all right, I got a story for you real quick. And this one is, don't do this, because thinking about it now, it's like, this was dumb. I should have just told him no. But you can see it in the face sometimes that they just want it, like, and this guy he was elderly. And this box wasn't like, it was more long than it was like heavy.
It was awkward.
But I was like, all right. So I purposely like choked up with it under my arms and kind of like braced it, like hurting my own back to fucking make, like, lessen the load on this old man, like totally lifting this the worst fucking way that I could. And it was like heavy enough that I was like, yeah, this is stupid. What the fuck am I doing? And like, we move it like 10 feet. And I'm like, yeah, that was dumb. I could have done this could have slid the motherfucker. I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah. It's better if they stay inside, I think, overall. I mean,
okay.
Yeah, I'll just say that. It's easier. There's no, because sometimes they could get in your way if you fall. Like, dude, say if you have, like, what if I, like, hypothetically, what if I would have, like, with that bed frame, it weighed like 140 pounds. What if we trip on something and that fucking thing, like, at an edge somehow falls or like breaks a dude's leg or fucks him, you know what I mean? And then it's like, now they're suing UPS and they're just gonna be fucking livid with me.
Right, your driver pushed me as I was holding the box.
Yeah, dude. They're gonna fucking be
fell down and broke my ankle.
Not gonna be happy about that.
All right, this one, last but not least. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
When you're taking a crap, would you rather your poop yell "Cannonball" or when it hits the water, or would you rather it say "You sunk my battleship"? It's got to be Cannonball.
Yeah, Cannonball for me.
Man, just dropping a little turd just drops out. It's like Cannonball.
Cannonball for sure.
Like right into the water. Oh shit, that's funny. Thank you to you guys that sent those, Erica, specifically that poop one.
Yeah, dude, I think that's what up, Chuck? Welcome to the party here, buddy. Yeah, dude, the buyouts, they're gonna happen. UPS harassing and looking ways to fire employees is gonna happen. It already has.
I mean, it's like
I
I wish we could say something like nice, but you just gotta be fucking realistic, man. Like, we're not trying to fucking scare anybody. Not trying to intimidate anybody. You just gotta be ready for what the fuck's coming. And it might be or will be. I don't know.
Yeah, it's funny because every time I've written a Christmas parody about this place, though, I've always been like, I want to make one positive. And the first lines may be positive, but then right after that, all I start thinking is negative.
You can't help yourself, dude. There's something about it. I don't know what the fuck. It's like the social media accounts, dude. It's just the most miserable comment sections in the history of social. They'll study those fucking social media accounts one day in history through the comments. Be like, look at these miserable bastards. Look at all these comments.
Dude, so true.
Oh,
so true. But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up for this one, buddy.
Oh fuck, it was good. I'm glad we didn't record as we record now. We were going to plan last night in the week. Yeah. Week wore us both down, so I'm glad we went. This was good, definitely.
Yep, definitely. So guys, like we said at the top, patreon.com if you want to help support the show. Please go check out our Patreon, patreon.com/AITDpod. You can find a link in the episode notes here. Also, the Patreon, too. I mean, we're posting stuff. There's stuff getting posted on there Monday through Friday. A bunch of stuff for the paid tiers and a bunch of some stuff. Not a bunch, but some stuff for the free members as well. So go over there, check it out, guys. And last but not least, the Discord. The Discord's always hopping, and we've had a couple questions in there this past week. People have been chiming in, helping each other out, and that's what this is all about. Because what do we say before? Knowledge is power when it comes to our job and protecting ourselves. So come gain some knowledge in our Discord, guys, huh? What do you say? But speaking of Discord, thank you to everybody that joined in here into the live. I posted that link in the Discord. Thank you all for hanging out with us. Luke, I'm ready to. I'm not ready for the snowstorm, but we'll see how this goes here when everybody's listening.
I know, dude. I hate it for you, man. And I hope hopefully it'll. I mean, I don't know. No matter what, it can't be. It's not going to be. I don't want to say it can't be worse, but it would take a lot for it to be worse than what we had to deal with already. So I think
I just had 22. What's 12?
Yeah, and it'll warm up. It's not going to freeze for weeks. Look like day after tomorrow out there, but yeah.
That's true. Well, everybody, be good out there. Be safe. Watch your backs, and just let's start, getting smart, I guess, as they were trying to say. Gain knowledge. Everything's knowledge. This whole entire episode is knowledge. Love shit. Luke, everybody, thank you all. We'll see you all next week.
Later, everybody.